All right, we're about set to get the fourth period underway. This will be the final 8 minutes to determine the 1963 State High School basketball champion for the state of Illinois. Centralia and Carver. There's the scoreboard. Carver 43, Centralia 39. And the fourth quarter is ready to go. Got a momentary wait here as we wipe some chalk off the floor. Bob Jones, coach of the Centralia Orphans, a diagram to play. There's the jump. Syfax taps at it in the backcourt. And all alone to grab the ball is Johnson of Centralia. 43-39. Centralia. Johnson. High shot off the rim. Rebound to Jerry Jones of Chicago Carver. Joe Allen brings the ball into the front court for the challengers. Maxey has it. Down the side. Into the corner. Kirk with the ball. Flips it back out to Joe Allen. Allen gives the ball to Maxey. 7:26 remaining in this ball game. 43-39, Carver leads. Back out to Kirk. Clear out pass at center court to Jones. Then to Maxey. Into the high post to Allen. He goes to the left of the lane. From the baseline, his shot. Rolls the rim. Jones is high in the air with Herb Williams. We've got a jump ball situation. Here's Rich Zagal coming into the ball game for Karl Heinrichsmeyer. Karl Heinrichsmeyer is out. Rich Zagal is in for Centralia. Williams in the air for the tip. Has it. Over to Duncan. Driving very quickly down the court. In for the layup. It's no good. The tip comes rolling off. There's a whistle. And underneath, the foul will be called against Jones of Carver. Duncan driving for the layup. Couldn't get it. At the free throw line will be Centralia's Ron Johnson. This telecast being brought to you by your friends and neighbors at Illinois Bell Telephone. Johnson has 12 points. His free throw effort is no good. Rebound to Berger, tips it back. Johnson offers up a two-pointer that's in. If at first you don't succeed, 43-41. Chicago Carver, 43. Centralia, 41. Into the front court to Kirk. Kirk to Maxey. The little man is driving. His shot is in. Chicago Carver, 41. Centralia. Chicago Carver, 45. Centralia, 41 in the fourth quarter. 6:36 remaining. Carver out in front, 45-41. Johnson from the side for Centralia. The rebound controlled by Joe Allen of Carver. Back to Maxey, who comes hustling up the floor. Into the front court. Gives the ball to Joe Allen. Hands it back to Maxey. Joe Allen holds the ball high in the air. Big man starts to drive down to the baseline. He's underneath. Look out. He's troubled. 2 points. 47-41. Carver, 47. Centralia, 41. And the last move by Joe Allen brought Bob Jones, the Centralia coach, right up off the bench. And with the timeout, the score is Carver, 47, Centralia, 41 in the fourth quarter.
Following this final game of 1963, you'll want to be on hand to witness the climax of the tournament, the presentation of this championship trophy to the winner of this 56th tournament.
I'll remind you once again that Springfield Lanphier defeated Peoria Central 60-47 to take third place honors in this, the finals of the 1963 State High School basketball tournament at Champaign-Urbana. We're in the fourth period of the championship game. And as you look now at the Centralia Orphans gathered around their coach, Bob Jones, the scoreboard says it's Carver 47, Centralia 41. We've been informed also that there will be a huge welcome home ceremony for the Centralia Ball Club at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And that celebration will take place in the high school gymnasium. Of course, the entire population of Centralia, the South Central Illinois city, will turn out. 47-41. There's your scoreboard. 6 minutes remain in this ball game. Centralia has the ball. Carver leads by 6. Duncan shooting and scoring. 47-43. Carver leads Centralia. Long pass up the floor to Kirk. Dangerously close to the sidelines. Joe Allen with the ball. Holds it. Flips to Maxey. Maxey from the side, shoots over the rim, rebound Herb Williams. Herb down the floor, all alone is Duncan on the fast break, 2 points. 47-45, Carver 47, Centralia 45. 5 minutes and 26 seconds remain in this ball game. Joe Allen of Carver holds the ball. Flips over to Maxey, over to Jerry Jones. Down in the corner on the side to Syfax, back to Allen. Back out to Kirk, to Maxey. Carver holding onto that ball, and Duncan reaching in, fouls Maxey. Foul on Duncan is his first, and Ken Maxey of Carver will go to the free throw line. 47-45. Carver leads by 2. And Maxey will be at the line to shoot 1. Free throw by Maxey is no good, and Williams of Centralia has the rebound. 5 minutes, 6 seconds, and the clock is ticking away. Johnson into the front court. Past Maxey, flips over to Duncan. Back to Johnson. He's going to shoot. It's in the air. It's off the rim. Williams rebound. Goes to the baseline. His shot from there. Rolls the rim. Rebound, Joe Allen. And when the big man gets up in the air and spread eagles those legs out, he discourages competition. Allen down the side to Kirk. Back to Allen. 47-45. Carver leads by 2. Jones down the side to Syfax. Double teamed. Fires to Maxey. Drops the ball. He's called for traveling. Out of bounds to Centralia. Clock stops with 4 minutes, 32 seconds remaining. And now, Carver is asking for a timeout. As we get down to the final few hectic moments of play. With the score, Chicago Carver 47, Centralia 45. Carver takes timeout in the fourth quarter.
Following this final game of 1963, you'll want to be on hand to witness the climax of the tournament, the presentation of this championship trophy to the winner of this 56th tournament. Well, the winner of this 56th tournament hasn't been determined yet. We still have 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in a close, tight ball game. 47-45, Carver over Centralia. Those are the Carver cheerleaders. And now you see the Centralia ball club grouped around their coach, Bob Jones. They're hoping to come back in this one. They're down by 2 points. This Illinois High School Association basketball tournament is being brought to you by your friends and neighbors at Illinois Bell Telephone. And now the Centralia cheerleaders leave the floor, and there's over 16,000 fans jammed into this beautiful new assembly hall. And there's the score, 47-45, the fourth quarter. We have 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. That's a lot of time in the championship basketball game. Okay, Tom Kelly.
Thank you, Bob Rhodes. Johnson brings the ball into the front court for Centralia. 47-45, a long shot by Duncan. Rebound, gathered in by Jerry Jones of Carver. Carver leading 45-47. Syfax from the side, misses. Rebound to Duncan. Duncan brings the ball back down the floor for Centralia. Drives to the right side, stops. Fires to Johnson, top the circle, high archer, 2 points. The game is tied. Johnson's high arching shot ties the game at 47-47. 3 minutes and 55 seconds remain in the ball game. Syfax of Carver. Pass nearly slapped away. Maxey recovers. Back to Syfax. Syfax to Kirk underneath. Fakes, goes to the lane. His turnaround is short. Look at that scramble for the rebound. A foul is going to be called underneath, and it'll be on Merritt Pulley of Centralia. Foul on Pulley of Centralia. Big Joe Allen of Carver is at the free throw line. He'll be shooting 1. That's the first personal on Pulley. Lad's just a junior, 6'4". There's Joe Allen. Free throw's no good. Rebound to Syfax at the baseline. Bounce pass all the way back out to Maxey. 3 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. Carver and Centralia are tied. 47-47. That pass was kicked away by Zagul of Centralia, and Carver inbounds the ball again. Pass into Jones, back to Maxey. Back over to Jones. Boy, what a thrilling climax to a great state tournament. Underneath, Kirk is alone. He misses the shot. Williams of Centralia has the rebound. And Kirk goes back down the floor, slapping his hands together. What a disappointment for the youngster. Duncan with the ball in the corner, back out to Johnson. Johnson comes to the left. He's in the air. He tries to shoot. A whistle. A foul will be called on Maxey. 2 shots. Maxey picks up the foul, his second, and Johnson of Centralia will be at the line to shoot a pair. 2:58 is the time remaining. This game is tied at 47-47. The free throw by Johnson is good, and for the first time since the first period of play, Centralia has gone ahead, 48-47. Johnson puts them ahead by 2 points, 49-47. Centralia leads Carver by 2, and we have 2:52 remaining in this ball game. Maxey with the ball, lob pass to Jones, underneath to Syfax. He fakes. The ball slapped away. It's picked up by Johnson. He's down the floor. A whistle and a foul on Maxey, and Johnson was hit up by the forehead. Third foul on Maxey. Timeout is being taken by Tony Sacco. Ron Johnson was hit up by the forehead on that foul call a moment ago, charged to Maxey, and Tony Sacco is now informing everyone that it is his timeout. Johnson is all right now. He's coming back to the free throw line. Centralia last won a state title in 1942. And I believe, if memory serves correct, one of the great high school basketball players. Free throw is missed. Rebound to Jones of all time. And a great college performer, Dyke Edelman, was on that ball club. In the backcourt, Duncan fouls Maxey. Maxey at the free throw line. Centralia has won 3 state tournament titles. Chicago Carver has never won one. Free throw by Maxey is good. The score is now Centralia 49, Carver 48. Free throw by Maxey ties the ball game again at 49-49. In the fourth quarter, 2:30 remaining to play. We're tied at 49-49. Johnson to Duncan. Centralia with the white uniforms has the ball. A long shot by Johnson. It's off the rim. Rebound goes to Joe Allen of Carver. Over to Jones. To Maxey. He's down the floor quickly. Swings to the center of the court. From the free throw line, his shot. He's fouled by Duncan. Duncan picks up his third foul. Ken Maxey at the free throw line, the little playmaker for Chicago Carver, has a total of 16 points. His free throw is good. That's 17 points. And it's now 49 for Centralia and 50 for Carver. Here's Maxey again. And again it's good. 51-49. Carver leads. And Centralia wants a timeout with 2 minutes and 7 seconds of playing time remaining. Bob Rhodes, we've got a thriller to wind up high school basketball for 63.
Right you are, Tom Kelly, and certainly a big battle, and you're seeing 2 of the finest high school basketball players we've had the opportunity of watching, in Maxey and in Johnson. And now we pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Please remain in your seats at the end of the game. No one will be allowed on the playing floor except the teams and those presenting the trophies.
As we were saying, Ron Johnson, the fine guard of Centralia, with 18 points tonight, certainly the leader of his ball club in the state final game, and Maxey of Carver, an equal 18 points. They both played outstanding ball games along with the rest of these fine basketball players. Centralia right there, grouped around Bob Jones, their coach. We have just 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in this ball game. A 51-49 affair at this moment. Maxey making the last 2 free throws. So it's 51-49. And in just about 2 minutes and 7 seconds, all of us throughout the state of Illinois, wherever you're watching this ball game, will then know, and there's your scoreboard, and the time, all of us will know who the 1963 state champs will be. All right, time in once again. Here's play, and here's Tom Kelly.
Play resumes, and Duncan brings the ball into the front court. On the far side, back to Johnson. 51-49. Carver leads. Johnson shoots. Off the rim. Rebound to Seagal. Whistle. Foul will be called against Glenn, number 45. There is no basket. Foul on Glenn, no basket. Seagal at the free throw line for Centralia. 51-49. Carver's in front by 2. Left-handed free throw offering is good. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you got to give it to these kids, don't you? Here's the ball game, 2 points apart for the state title. 1:50 to go, and this boy steps up there and drops it right in, just as calm as he can be. The next one is no good. The rebound high on the rim was Jones. Well, 51-50 now. There's the score. Carver leads by 1 over Centralia. 1:44 to go. Jones holds the ball. He's double-teamed. Flips in the corner to Kirk. He holds the ball. Back out to Jones. Jones to Maxey. Seconds are ticking away. 1:34. Maxey dribbling. Drives into the lane. Offers up a shot that's short. Battle for the rebound. Scramble for it. Kirk has the ball. Gives it back to Maxey. Maxey back to Jones. 51-50. Allen with the ball for Carver all the way back out, and it's in the backcourt. No, yes, in the backcourt. An errant pass and out of bounds. The ball goes with 1:15 to go to Centralia. 51-50. Carver leads Centralia by 1 point. 1:10. Duncan with the ball. Drives, stops, feeds underneath the pulley to Williams. His attempt is blocked. And a jump ball at the free throw circle. Jones steps in against Williams. Williams with the tip all the way in the backcourt, and Johnson has it for Centralia. Gives the ball to Duncan. 58 seconds to go. We're in the final minute. Duncan dribbling the ball to the top of the circle, back to Johnson. Carver leads 51-50. 47 seconds remain. Johnson to the goal. In the post to Williams. He turns. He shoots. He scores! 52-51. Centralia leads Chicago Carver. A flip over, slapped away, but out of bounds. Seagal made almost a Herculean effort to intercept that pass. 30 seconds remain, and Chicago Carver is asking for timeout. Bob Rhodes, it's 52-51 Centralia.
Well, fans, how can you find a more exciting, right down to the wire basketball game than an Illinois State High School Championship game right here tonight? 52-51. If you tried to write a script on this one, you couldn't possibly do it. But this is it. Carver down by 1 point. There is 30 seconds to go. And it's been that type of a ball game all the way through. In the first period of this ball game, the score was 15-12, Carver by 3 points. And then at halftime, Carver led by 30-26. As you can see on that scoreboard right now, 30 seconds remain, 52-51. And this ball game has also been tied 8 times. So it's been that type of a battle all the way through. Groups around their coach, Centralia, Bob Jones, and groups around their coach, Larry Hawkins, the Carver Challengers. Well, it's the Challengers from Chicago, the big guys with a lot of muscle and height, against the shooting ability and the tenacity of this fine ball club from Centralia. Both well-coached, well-poised, and fine basketball representatives from their schools. Everyone, everywhere can be tremendously proud of the kind of a basketball game these two teams have played tonight in this finale. It's not over yet. Here we go, Tom Kelly.
29 seconds on the clock. 52-51. Centralia leads Carver. Joe Allen to Maxey. What will the Challengers do? 21 seconds. Allen underneath. Ball slapped away. Williams has it for Centralia. Gives the ball to Duncan. 15 seconds remain, and Centralia is asking for timeout. Our cameras pick up emotion and excitement here at the assembly floor in Champaign-Urbana. Look at Larry Hawkins, the coach of the Carver Challengers. Can you imagine his thoughts? It was just a year ago, almost to the night, but a 1-point decision went against his ball club in a battle against Decatur for the very same Illinois State High School basketball title. He's back again, and his ball club has fought and clawed their way right down to the last 15 seconds of play, and they're down by 1 point. Memory serves correct, it was just a year ago with about 30 seconds to go that they lost the basketball and eventually the ball game in the state championship. Fine young coach trying to talk to his ball club to get him back up now with 15 seconds remaining. And we go to the other end of the court where Bob Jones of Centralia, a ball club that by its own admission came not to play in the state tournament but to win it. They have the basketball. They have the lead of 52-51. 15 seconds remain. And we should know very shortly who will be state champion for 63. Pass into Williams. Tries to slap it away. The ball is stolen by Smedley. He shoots. He scores! 7 seconds. Timeout, Centralia. Look at the pandemonium here on the court. Tony Smedley came off the Carver bench. You're looking now at Centralia. Tony Smedley, 5'7" sophomore, came off the bench and left-handed a steal into the net from deep in the corner, and the fortunes of basketball have swung now to Carver. Look at Hawkins, the coach. No, sir, not Hawkins, the coach, but just an enthusiastic fan. They've got Smedley up in the air. This game isn't over with yet. 7 seconds remain. They've got Smedley up in the air. He's just a little bit of a guy, not bigger than a pint of water. 5'7". 53-52. Carver with a 1-point lead. We've got 7 seconds left to go, and Centralia will have the ball at end court. Syfax is coming back in, and Smedley, who did his job, stole the ball and flipped it in, goes back to the bench. Bob Rhodes, how's that for drama and excitement? All right, 6 seconds on the official scoreboard clock. 53-52. Carver leads. Centralia has the ball. Flip comes in to Johnson. He's down the floor. Lobs a pass to the goal. In the corner. Berg shoots. There's the horn. Carver has won the 1963 Illinois State High School Basketball Championship. And pandemonium reigns among the Carver fans, their coach, the team, and the cheerleaders as they swarm the assembly floor hall here. Finish to a great state tournament, ladies and gentlemen. On the brink of defeat with 15 seconds to play, Carver was down 52-51 on a basket by Williams, who sits there now on the Centralia bench, almost, well, actually in tears, his face buried in a towel. A shame that somebody has to lose. And yet, on the other hand, a great win for Carver, who suffered a 1-point loss just a year ago. The final score, 53-52. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of realization. There's Tony Smedley, incidentally. The moment of realization has arrived for the top 2 victors to receive tribute as the top-ranking basketball teams in the state of Illinois. So let's join Al Willis, Executive Secretary of the Illinois High School Association, for the presentation of the runner-up and championship trophies for this, the 56th high school tournament.
We'll have the presentation of the trophies if you'll take your seats, please.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let me direct your attention to the floor. Thank you.
If I may have your attention for just a few moments. we will present the trophies to these fine teams. But before presenting the trophies, we would like to express our appreciation to the University of Illinois Athletic Association, to Athletic Director Mills and his staff, and to the management of this fine assembly hall for the fine cooperation and work they have done in helping us to put on this most wonderful tournament. Now tonight, we have to present the tournaments a man who 4 years ago had the honor of bringing a team all the way to the championship here in Huff Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Illinois. His teams won 6 sectional tournaments during the time that of his illustrious coaching career. And he is now our State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Mr. Ray Page. Ray?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Willis. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll take not too much of your time, but I would say this, that we've just witnessed the World Series of high school basketball here in the state of Illinois. I would first like to congratulate the University of Illinois and the Illinois High School Athletic Association for the fine job that they have done in handling this tournament. I would say that with very little experience and very little opportunity to handle this such an increase in crowd, that they have done a splendid job of getting the people in and out of their seats, and they should be congratulated. Here in Illinois, basketball has become a part of our life. In Illinois, we have some of the finest young men in America participating in high school basketball. And this tournament here at this new assembly hall has been no exception. I'm sure that they will continue in their life when they get out of high school, and these boys will prove to be successful in whatever endeavor they may participate in. But I would say to you that this has been a tribute not only to the 8 competing teams, fine basketball teams in this state, but this has been a display and a tribute to every high school basketball team in the state of Illinois and the coaches that have participated in this program. Congratulations to all of you. And now if Coach Bob Jones of Centralia High School, you have the Coach, I here have some silver basketballs emblematic of second place in the Illinois High School Association tournament. Congratulations to you and to your boys. You are a credit to the game, and I congratulate you. And the captain of the Centralia basketball team. Captain, very happy to present you the second place trophy in the Illinois High School Association state tournament. You boys are a tribute to the game. Congratulations to you. Coach, Coach Larry Hawkins of the Carver High School of Chicago and the basketball team. May I congratulate you on the championship.
Thank you.
And gold basketballs for your players.
Thank you very much.
To the captains of the Carver High School, you now own what is emblematical of the World Series of high school basketball, the state championship of Illinois.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. On your way home, drive carefully. We'd like to see you all back again next year. Good night.
Tom Kelly and Lauren Brown will have a wrap-up on the championship game for you in a few moments, and then I'll talk with the winning team. Did you know that your telephone wears a lot of hats? You'll see how many jobs it can do for you and how much time it will save you. As she says, look.
Just look what you can do by telephone. Get all the news, hear a nice surprise, do errands you couldn't do otherwise. Find a nice new home for the last of the puppies. Learn how to feed your daughter's guppies. Share a secret, share a laugh, share a household tip. Plan a party, plan a menu, plan a Girl Scout trip. Do your shopping when the weather's wet. Call the man to repair your TV set. Find a fourth for bridge, find babysitters. Get a brand new recipe for corn fritters. Be a dear, be an angel, be a time and step saver. Lend an ear, be concerned, or return a favor. Listen to a joke or a tale of woe. Ask how to make your garden grow. Be the driving force in the PTA. Be the first to wish someone happy birthday. There's just no end to what you can do when you let your telephone do it for you. Use it often.
Tom Kelly once again in Tournament Central. In a moment, Lorne Brown and I will have a summary of the championship game just completed, and then Bob Rhodes is going to chat with the Championship Ball Club from Carver High. You know, this marks the 12th year that Illinois Bell has brought you this great event on television. My friends, down over the years, we've found that your comments and criticisms have been very helpful. We'd like to hear from you again. Would you drop us a letter or a card? Send it to Tournament Television, Illinois Bell Telephone, Box R, 208 West Washington Street, Chicago 6, Illinois. That's Tournament Television, Illinois Bell Telephone, Box R, 208 West Washington Street, Chicago 6, Illinois. Well, the shouting and the tumult is just slowly ebbing away. Chicago Carver has picked up their first Illinois State High School basketball championship. A dramatic and exciting 53-52 win over Centralia. And how the fortunes of basketball change. Perhaps you can hear in the background the victorious Carver Ball Club coming in. Bob Rhodes is going to be talking to them in just a moment. To recap briefly what happened, Carver led all the way in this ball game, 15-12 at the quarter. They led 30-26 at the half. At the end of 3 periods of play, they were ahead 43-39. And then Centralia caught them. And Centralia went ahead 49-47. Carver came back to go ahead 51-49. Then it was Carver ahead 51-50. And it was Herb Williams of Centralia with a basket underneath to send Centralia ahead 52-51. And then Centralia gets the ball with 15 seconds to play. And if you listened to the telecast, you perhaps heard us comment on how the fortunes of basketball seem to Carver again this year, as Carver just a year ago seemed on the brink of winning their first state high school basketball championship and lost it in the final 30 seconds. And here they were once again, 15 seconds on the clock. The score was 52-51, Centralia leading by 1, and Centralia had the ball. But we reckoned without Lady Luck. And misfortune smiled on Carver for the first time in 2 successive years. Into the ball game came Tony Smedley, a little fella, 5'7", a sophomore. And all Smedley did as Centralia put the ball in play was reach out, spear it away, dash into the corner, and throw up a patented left-hand push shot from about 18 feet that cut the bottom of the net. The score then went 53-52. And in front was Carver. With 7 seconds to go, Centralia had the ball and couldn't score, and the game was over. Lorne, I don't know when, in 6 years of watching tournament television basketball and broadcasting the games, I've ever seen one as exciting. What do you think about it?
Tom, I think the final game was indicative of the type of basketball that we've seen today. Centralia came into the championship round by winning a 4-point decision from Springfield Lanphier High School, and in the second contest, Carver had to go into an overtime to down Peoria Central. And then we had a good game in the consolation game with Lanphier defeating Peoria Central, and then the topper tonight with Carver defeating Centralia for the state championship. I think we've had some real fine basketball here in 1963.
No question about it, Lorne. A quick look at the scorebook. In the background, perhaps you can hear Bob Rhodes as he gets ready to visit with the state champions. They're naturally exuberant, and well, they should be with their 53-52 win. Quick look at the scorebook. For the victorious Carver Ball Club, 18 points for Joe Allen, 10 points for Bob Cefax, 18 points for Ken Maxey, 3 points for Charlie Glenn, 2 points for Curtis Kirk, and probably the most important 2 points in the book, Tony Smedley, 2 points, with just about 15 seconds to go. For the losing Centralia Ball Club, their high point man, 18 points to Ron Johnson, and what a fine ball game he played, 12 points to Don Duncan. 53-52 Carver, and now, Lorne Brown, let's both of us listen in as we go to an interview of the 1963 winning club, Carver High School, and Bob Rhodes. Bob?
Okay, Tom, and first of all, you're looking right now at this fine bunch from Carver High School in Chicago, and we're going to talk to their coach, who says he doesn't want to get 1 second away from his boy Smedley right now. Larry Hawkins, congratulations for bringing that championship to the city of Chicago.
Thank you very much.
Larry, you've had a great ball club this year. Now, I know that you're thinking a lot of things right at this moment. What are your comments on tonight's game? What did you tell the boys before the game?
Well, I told them that since most of them were finishing school, that I'd like to see them go out and play a good ball game and, finish in style. And I think they did that. They did a very good job.
I'd say they finished in fine style.
Yes, I'd have to agree with that.
Did you have any bad moments during that ball game?
Oh, only about 32.
About every time they made a basket,
That's
it was
right.
tied.
Yes, it was
Larry,
a tough team.
Larry, we'll get back to you. I want to introduce all the boys here on the squad before we get finished. Let's talk to this gentleman. You're the assistant coach, right?
Right.
And your name?
Horace Howard.
How did you feel about that ball game? I imagine you're feeling mighty good right now.
I'm trying to find my legs.
Your legs, are they gone on you? They'll come back, believe me. Let's get across in front of you fellas and introduce this gentleman right here. He's the guy who made the winning bucket, Mr. Smedley, we'll call him. And he's from Chicago, and he's a sophomore. And what are your comments? Everybody out there in television is waiting to hear your comments at this moment.
Oh, I'm just, I'm too happy to say anything. But I want to say hi to my little sister, that's all. That's all. I'm too happy to express how I feel.
Well, I know that last second shot that you took must have put you about 25,000 feet sky high at the moment.
Yes, sir.
And I saw some guys over there grab you off the bench practically and run you out of the gym already before the game was over.
No, I still feel the same way, you know.
Well, he doesn't want to talk too much, but he certainly played a great game in that about 2 seconds there. Let's talk to Big Joe Allen, who accepted that trophy. Joe, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You played a great ball game. How do you feel about taking this title back to Chicago?
Fine, just fine.
You had a fella play with you last year. I think all of you guys remember right now, Laverne Benson. I'm sure he'll be happy to see this come back to Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Won't he?
I believe he will.
Thanks, Joe. Congratulations. And you are?
Billy Horn.
Bill, nice to have you here with us. Congratulations. I know you feel mighty fine.
Yes, sir.
What are your comments at the moment on winning the championship?
My heart is up to here.
I imagine it well would be. Let's move on down the line now, and we have here, did we talk to you?
Charles Glenn.
Charles Glenn. You're one of the big boys. How big are you?
6'2".
Charles, how do you feel about this victory?
Wonderful.
Anything else? Anybody back home in particular you'd like to say hello to and wave to out there and say you're happy about it?
To my mother, that's all.
I imagine she's mighty proud of you at this time.
Yes, I know she is.
And over here we have number 43.
Curtis.
Curtis, you played a tremendous ball game out there tonight and throughout the tournament. How do you feel about your teammates there?
I feel very happy about it.
How about this one right here?
He's my A1.
A1. Congratulations, Curtis, on some great basketball. And you?
Gary Jones.
Gary, you played some fine ball out there tonight. You guys did a tremendous job of rebounding. Let me ask you what you think of the Centralia Ball Club.
They played a fine game, but after that game we lost last year to Decatur, we had to win this one.
You felt this one you really had coming.
Yes, sir.
You had a year to think it over.
Yes, sir.
And you came back and you took it. Very good. Let me slip. Are you with the ball club? Are you? All right, and your name?
Stephen Pryor.
I didn't know whether he was a team member or not. What is your name?
Stephen Pryor.
Well, Stephen, you're pretty happy about this victory tonight?
Yes.
Huh? You're pretty proud of these boys?
Yes.
Good. Congratulations. Nice to have you with us. And over here we have?
Michelle Page.
Well, Mr. Page, how do you feel about this victory?
Oh, wonderful.
You going out and maybe do a little twisting tonight or something?
Well, I'm going to take it easy for a little while. This was too much for me already.
So you're going to just relax and enjoy this victory?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. And we have right here?
I'm Leslie S. Patman.
Leslie S. Patman.
Yes, sir.
That's very nice, Leslie. Now, you tell us about your comments on the game. A lot of people out there in television and back in Chicago are all watching you at the moment.
Well, I think it was a great game, and I think Herb Williams is a good player. And I think that the Carver Challengers are very happy because most of us are seniors. And I think that all of us are happy to win this first place state trophy.
Congratulations. And you?
Bob Seifert.
Bob, you played a great game out there tonight.
Yeah.
What are your comments?
Well, I don't have any comments.
No comments at all?
Very good game we played. They played a pretty good game, too.
And you're mighty happy that it came out the way it did, right?
Yes, I am.
Be a nice trip back to Chicago now, won't it?
Very wonderful trip.
And here's one of the really, truly great basketball players, I think, of our tournament this year, a youngster, a sophomore, who really showed us some fine basketball. Maxie, congratulations.
Thank you.
You tossed in 18 points, so you were the high point man in the ball game. Give us your comments on the entire game.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable? You've got 2 more years to go. Do you think maybe you and Mr. Smedley over here can bring another one back to Chicago one of these days?
We'll be back.
You'll be
Just
back.
like this.
Very good. Congratulations. There's 2 fine sophomores. I guess we talked to everybody, didn't we? To get you over here on the end? All right, let's talk to Larry once again. Larry, we've talked to all the boys. Congratulations once again. I know that It's great to win, and I know that you might have a word or two to say about that fine Centralia Ball Club in just a few seconds.
Well, there's nothing that I can say about them that would really describe the team. It's a wonderful ball club, and I think, as I've said all along, that we were lucky and we won.
Thank you, Larry Hawkins. Congratulations once again to your fine Carver team. We hope you have a wonderful trip back to Chicago. You're certainly representative of some fine high school boys and truly great champs in this 1963 tournament. That's it. You've met the championship ball club, and let's turn it back now to Tom Kelly.
Thank you very much, Bob. And Lorne Brown, how about a word from you?
Well, we had a fine tournament, Tom, and speaking for the men and women of Illinois Bell Telephone, we hope you've enjoyed this basketball tournament as much as we have here. Tom?
Well, Lorne, all I can add to that is our congratulations to Carver High School of Chicago, the champions for 1963. And our congratulations to all of the teams that took part in this 56th state championship tournament. Our field supervisor in Champaign-Urbana has been Frank Genero. Cliff Vogel has been our technical director. Jim Holmes has been our director. Associate Director Sid Grossfeld. Engineering for this telecast has been supervised by Chuck Buzzard. This telecast has been produced for Illinois Bell Telephone by N.W. Ayers. Our producers have been Jim Robertson, Ray Gerardin, and Jim Cooper. Our executive producer, Rick Hawley. Now, this is Tom Kelly, along with Bob Rhodes and Lorne Brown, wishing you a very pleasant good night from all of your friends and neighbors at the telephone company. Portions of this program were mechanically reproduced. This is the ABC Television Network.